This is Talking Terps with Coach Locks, presented by Window Nation on the Maryland Sports Radio Network, a division of Playfly Sports. Talking Terps with Coach Locks is brought to you by these network broadcast partners.
Window Nation, the official replacement window company of the Maryland Terrapins. CQ, the official banking partner of the Maryland Terrapins. The University of Maryland Medical System. For better treatments, better outcomes, that's a better state of care. Learn more at umms.org/better. Toyota. It's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota. Let's go places.
Here's your host, Johnny Holiday, with Coach Mike Loxley.
In Baltimore Avenue in College Park, Johnny Holiday along with Maryland's head football coach Michael Loxley. We get set to go with our 130th season of Terrapins football. As always, we're at Grill Marks, the best doggone place to go before the game or after the game or during the game. Coach Loxley alongside. We are brought to you by our good friends at Thompson Creek Window Company. Does it seem like year number 7?
No, but I know you've done all 130 of those Terp seasons, man, and you're still going strong.
Yeah, I am going strong.
Lucky 7.
Maybe not counting tonight's show, but I'm good. So you 17 years, Coach, you spent at Maryland, going,
Yes.
Here and there along the way. And every time the season begins, everybody gets excited about it, about new players, about new coaches that come in, new opponents that you've never played before. You've never faced Florida Atlantic in football before. So the anticipation is all over the place for the season opener.
Yeah, and it's because of a lot of the unknowns, Johnny. And when you look at, I said this earlier, that 64% of our team has never suited up for the Terps. And there's just such an unknown because of the newness, the amount of transitions that we've had and people coming in and coaches, which is the new landscape. And we feel really good about what we've brought in, the 2025 iteration of the Maryland football family. We're excited to see this Saturday as we ignite this thing and start off the 2025 campaign.
What's been the most exciting thing, the most pleasant thing you've seen as the team gets ready to open up on Saturday? Has anything jumped out and really surprised you?
You know what? It really has. And, let's address the elephant in the room. I made a comment about losing my locker room a year ago and that I would be damned if it happened again. And so the best thing that I've seen happen is that there is such a brotherhood amongst this. We have 103 strong. We had a really tight group. Typically, we're about at 120, but we're at 103. And we've done a lot of things together. And when you see the way the offense, the defense, and I know people say this all the time, coaches talk about all the touchy-feely parts of it, but this team is really a team. These guys totally understand. Let's leave our own individual things. Let's, instead of doing the business of football, let's get back to football business. And that's what I really like about this team. They're young. They don't know what they don't know. The toughest guy in my neighborhood was the guy that wasn't afraid, and we got a lot of guys that aren't afraid on this team.
Biggest question mark you got coming into the season? Biggest concern?
Not a lot of concerns. I think the biggest obstacle that we'll face is trying to stay healthy and be able to practice the way that we've practiced. If you're going to win in the Big Ten, you got to have physical practices. And because we are a little thinner than we typically are, we've got to be smart, but we've got to get the work done. And I was talking to the team the other day about we can't have those freak injuries that happen because we don't have the depth. So we got to be really careful in every aspect of how we're living, how we practice, what we're doing, because we've got to get the good, healthy players to the game on Saturdays.
Want to get this out of the way also early, Coach. There's no need talking about the quarterback who's going to start on Saturday.
No, I'm going to announce our starter at the end of the show. So
are you really?
If they stay with us through the duration.
That's new. You didn't do that before.
I didn't do that.
No.
I'm going to break it here.
I had to wait till I saw the guys come out of the tunnel.
Yeah. I think because you've earned it after 130 years of doing this, we will break it here on this show if the people stay with us throughout the
duration. Can I guess?
No, you can't.
But you got 3 guys. You got 2 Martins. You got Malik Washington, the kid that set every conceivable record over there at Archbishop Spalding, playing for a former Terrapin, Kyle Schmidt. Mm-hmm. And this kid, he's amazing.
Yeah, you said it best. We've got a room of 3 guys that really competed for the position. And as you said, J. Mart and K. Mart, they're the Martin brothers. And then obviously Malik. And the best part about it, and as I've been a part of a lot of quarterback decisions over the last 30 years of this business, is that typically you'd have a guy that this guy might be a runner, this guy might be a thrower, and then you have to have almost 2 game plans depending on who the guy is. Well, all 3 of these guys are from the same genre of quarterback. They got size, they got arm talent, they have tremendous amount of athleticism, and they're being coached by one of the best quarterback whisperers in the country, in Pep Hamilton. And we can win with all 3. There's no doubt in my mind that we can win with all 3. But what we've got to do is put the guy out that gives us the best chance to win. And we found him. Looking forward to announcing it at the end of this radio show, possibly.
So you're gonna make everybody hang on, right?
Tease there.
Okay. We'll talk about the offense in a couple of minutes. Defensively, you got a whole bunch of new guys on defense, as the left side of your offensive line is all brand new.
Yeah, and with the new landscape we're in, this is across the board. I mean, you look at our opponent, and they've got 1 returning starter. They've got a host of guys from other places, and this is why when we started hiring coaches, I pivoted to where, we got to put a team together in no longer 3 years of developing, but within 3 months. Because if you look at our freshmen that reported on Father's Day, the portal guys got June 1st, and then a handful of guys that went through spring ball, you really don't know who your team is until the middle of June. And now you've got to spend the next 2 months trying to develop a brotherhood, a camaraderie, put the things in place. And when you hire guys like Pep and Ted Monachino, those guys are used to having not knowing their team until 2 weeks before the first game in the NFL. And it's about how fast you can acclimate people and get them ready to go play.
Well, when you look at who our guest list tonight, we've got Athletic Director Jim Smith, who'll be with us in just a couple of minutes. And a couple of the guys that are captains for Saturday's game. Daniel Wingate will be with us. Also on the show tonight, Alan Haran will also be with us, the big right tackle. We'll talk to them a little bit later on in the show. We'll visit with Maryland's new athletic director, Jim Smith, when we come back in just a minute. You're listening to Talking Terps with head coach Michael Locksley. I'm Johnny Holiday. Back in a minute.
Marylanders have reason
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy 1 window, get 1 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
Back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland Lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light?
I'm here, Bud Light.
Bud Light here?
Bud Light here?
Bud Light here?
Bud Light where?
Bud Light here?
Oh, Bud Light there.
I missed that because of you.
You did not miss that play because of me.
Have to stop talking this way?
Yeah.
It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What'd I miss?
I have no idea.
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike. Their routines are different. They use different equipment.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
And they do it for different reasons.
All right. You're a mythical beast.
But they all have one thing in common.
Hey, you got this. Come on.
They're all strong.
That's right.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Network.
You're listening to Talkin' Terps.
Edwards gets the snap. He will keep it in the end zone for the touchdown. Billy Edwards Jr. And the Terrapins have come back from a 14-point hole, and they tie the game at 28.
Now back to Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
Hey, we're at Grill Marks in College Park. Happy to have you with us for our first show of the season. On May 15th, Maryland announced a brand new athletic director who happens to be sitting right to our right, Jim Smith. And I was looking at all the things that Mr. Smith has done. Now, Mr. Smith didn't come to Washington. He came to College Park. Looking at the pros, looking at the college, looking at the fundraising, looking at the involvement, it's unbelievable that we could get someone like Mr. Smith to come and work with us.
There's no doubt about it. And here's how you tie it all together. The first national championship I ever won, he was part of building the building that I won my first national championship in, the Mercedes-Benz Dome down there in Atlanta. And in 2017, that Tua replacing Jalen game was there. The place you know a lot about, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So to have a guy that understands the business of sport as well as sports as a business has been a great alignment for Maryland athletics and for Maryland football.
And Jim, it's changed so much, hasn't it?
It really has. I mean, well, what Coach said, pretty special place at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I'm glad you got your first national championship there, and hopefully we'll go down there and play for another national championship here at Maryland. So, that's clearly it's really an exciting time to be at the University of Maryland. I'm thrilled to be here. I'm thrilled to be the athletic director here. I'm thrilled to have Coach Locks as our football coach and to have the legendary Johnny Holiday as our announcer here. So,
were you surprised when they put the feelers out saying, "Hey, Jim, we want to talk to you about this job. We want to go in a different direction"?
So you hear it a lot in college athletics that people want to go in a different direction, but the difference here was Maryland really made the commitment to do that, and you got to give Dr. Pines the credit for that. He had he had a vision to say, "Hey, we can do things differently here," and you really have the makeup of what can be special here at Maryland. And I'm really hoping to bring those experiences that I've gathered along the career here to make Maryland really, really special and successful going forward.
You spent 5 years, your last 5 years with the Atlanta Braves down in Atlanta. You ran the All-Star game, a magnificent performance this year in the All-Star game. Spent a lot of years at Ohio State, spent years with the Atlanta Falcons. You've done almost everything. Can you put your finger on how different it is to go from the pros to go to college? So is there any difference?
No, I'd say it's less different than it used to be, right? I mean, the importance of being able to do talent evaluation now because of rev share and how that works is far more like the pro side than it has ever been. So I think that's a big thing, and how you're going to allocate out those revenues for all your programs so they can continue to all be successful. Because as you know, here at University of Maryland, we're successful in a lot of sports. And, one of the things I've said, to the coaches from the very beginning is that we're an and organization. We can win in football and we can win in field hockey. We can win in women's basketball and we're going to win in men's basketball. We're going to win in all our sports because we're going to make a commitment to winning in everything. And I think we can absolutely accomplish that here at Maryland.
And we've done all of those. We've won in everything you're talking about there, too.
And maintaining that at a really high level is what's really important. And bringing an expectation, a really high expectation, a championship culture that, when you've been in one, as Coach has been for a national championship, as I have been at the Braves, it's something special. And it's something that you really have to work hard at to create and get everyone to buy in and believe that every single day we can go out there and compete at the absolute highest level. And, that's something that we got to make sure everybody's buying into here at Maryland.
NIL has changed the entire landscape of college football. I mean, these guys are getting paid now to play college football. If you don't keep up and adjust, you get left in the dust. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I mentioned that at the initial press conference, right? Resources are really important. If you give coaches the resources that are necessary, that they can be incredibly successful. And I think, we're chasing a little bit in that area, and I think we're going to catch up there really quickly. So I'm looking forward to getting started. It's the only unfortunate part was I didn't have a chance to give Coach Locks more going into this year, so we could have even more young talent that we have on this team that he's already talked about. And it's, it's something we're going to build on every year.
And I think Coach Locks has done more with less a few times in his career.
No doubt. But so Johnny hit you with all the fastballs, Jim, but talk a little bit about the experience in the pro bull riding league. Like, what does that entail? Like, when you talk about having done every sport, I mean, this has to be a first. A guy that has a background in professional bull riding, and your wife told me about that, and I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, so
Kansas City Outlaws.
Kansas City Outlaws. It's a 4-year-old league, but professional bull riding's been around for decades, right? And I did an investment evaluation for the owners. And when I presented the upside that was there, they asked if I wanted to run their team for them, and I said no, but I'll help you. And I became part of the ownership of a professional bull riding team, and really those guys are warriors like your guys are, Coach. I mean, you have to be fearless to get on a bull, and you have to be fearless to play football at the highest level. And those are elite athletes. They're just a different size than your guys are.
And you got to be on that bull at least 8 seconds, don't you?
In order to get a score. Anything less than 8 doesn't matter.
You've called a few, Johnny.
Man, I've called a lot of those babies, believe me. What was your number one wonder when you put the list of things together when you came to Maryland? I'm sure you probably had a list of things priority-wise you wanted to get done. Any particular things you can share with us that you want to go after immediately?
Well, I think, look, we've got to be really competitive in the NIL space. I mean, in order to be successful in the Big Ten, that's a absolute must. Yeah. We have a lot of good facilities. There's some areas that we're going to need to continue to improve on from that perspective. But really, to get everyone to when I say everyone, I mean our fans, the state of Maryland, everybody that is any way connected to the term Maryland, that they believe in that we can be incredibly successful in this conference. And I think some people may have doubted that. Maybe that's a little bit of still a little bit of a hangover from the ACC, but I think in the Big Ten, Maryland can be incredibly successful. That's why I took the job. You look at the opportunity and the opportunities to continue to improve. There are a lot of them here in Maryland, and what we need is belief out of everyone and the positivity that has to come with it. The negative attitudes have to leave, right?
Exactly.
We have to stay positive. Positive and high energy will create great results going forward.
I know you got to go over and meet some of the freshmen, 5,000 of them, as a matter of fact, tonight. Thank you, Jim, very much for coming on with us, and great to have you here with us, and we know it's going to be a successful season.
Guys, thanks. I can't wait. Remember, Saturday, it's not just the 5,000 freshmen's first game, but it's my first game as well, and I'm really excited for it. It's been great working with Coach Locks. I'm just so excited to see Daniel and the team really take the field and see what we can get done on Saturday.
I wonder if Jim's going to parachute in to midfield.
If that's what it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Hey, Johnny, if that's what it takes, I'll do it.
He's done the bull. He's done the wrestling thing. Why not just parachute to midfield? Thank you, Jim, very much.
Thanks, guys.
We'll take a break. We'll come back and visit with one of the offensive linemen for the Terrapins, Alan Heron, in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
From quote to clean up, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service. because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
Back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FIR. FHFIR.com.
You're listening to Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Edwards sets up, fires in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And now back to Johnny Holiday and Coach Loxley.
Every sack is the sack to give back. For every sack the Terrapins make this season, Food Lion Feeds will donate 1,000 meals to feed our neighbors in need right here in College Park. Thompson Creek Window Company, a proud partner of Maryland Athletics, is our show sponsor this year. Thompson Creek designs and builds and installs replacement windows from their local Maryland factory. You get high-quality windows at an affordable price without the middleman markup. The offensive line for the Terrapins this year will average from tackle to tackle 315 pounds. We got a guy right now that stands 6'3". He goes 320. Alan Haran from
6'3"?
6'6".
Oh.
320.
Oh, God, I thought he said
I just put 3 inches on.
I love it.
From Westmoreland, Jamaica.
Sure.
I know how much you're looking forward to this year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a big year for the Terps, and especially for me. You know, my last year, being a veteran guy on the team, you know, got to lead the young Pat we got. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, for sure.
And Allen has had a great summer camp. So picture this, Johnny, a Shorter University. I can remember the first phone call I made to you when he entered the portal. Shorter is a Division II school outside of Georgia, somewhere Georgia. Rome, Georgia. What was the transition like for you coming from Shorter University to the University of Maryland playing in the Big Ten? Because I've seen your growth from last year to this year. Talk a little bit about what that transition was like for you.
At first, it was tough. It was tough coming in and playing against a team we had last year, a lot of veteran defensive linemen. For sure, they got me better. But the big difference was just the weight room, man. It was the big difference for me, not having the weight room I got now at Shorter. So it was a disadvantage for sure.
At Shorter, you played left tackle and right tackle,
yes, sir.
Right? Back and forth, back and forth.
Oh yeah.
You have a preference?
The right.
The right side,
sir.
yeah.
Right.
But you got a guy next to you that's also a veteran coming back this year as well.
Yes, sir. Luba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about that relationship? Because I see you guys spend a lot of time together. Talk a little bit about you and Lou's relationship.
Me and Luba, man, that's my brother. That's my brother. He gets me going every day. I get him going, you know. We talk to each other. It's like a brother-to-brother bond. We got that strong connection. So I feel like he's a guy that could get me going, like, through anything. And I'm there for him also, on and off the field. So.
We played the first game Saturday against Florida Atlantic, a team that Maryland's never faced before in football. and they're relatively new to college ranks in football. And as you approach this year, can you feel in that locker room right now, but since you've had practices all summer long, the difference between last year and this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everybody's talking about the difference in feeling.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Now, I feel like everybody in the locker room have this main goal of just going out there and get back to where we were, you know, what the Terps are known for. So I feel like everybody had the same goal as far as having a great season. Everybody's hungry, come back and have a wonderful season.
What other sports did you play in high school?
In high school, I played soccer.
Of course.
I played cricket and baseball. Yeah, I was
were you the goalie in soccer?
Nah, I was a center back.
Center back.
Whoa.
I have a unique story about this guy, Johnny, that goes back to show you kind of just how Terps take care of Terps, because we talk about him being from Jamaica.
Right.
And when he transferred in, obviously as an international student, he wasn't able to get his NIL,
Right.
maybe be on scholarship. And
But
so
he had 30 offers, didn't he?
he had
I mean,
offers
you had a lot of
everywhere.
people.
He committed to Penn State, and then I had to put the locks
You have
on.
to make a phone call?
I had to put the locks on him, and we ended up a former Terp alum helped him get his citizenship here
Right.
in the United States, to where he could take advantage of the opportunities that NIL has, and then that just goes to show you. And I was explaining to him, and this is one of the reasons he flipped from the other school to us, is I said there's just so many ties and connections here in the most powerful city in the world, being 20 minutes from our campus, and he firsthand got benefited from the Terp network.
100%.
When you look at things to improve on, when you mentioned about your senior year, you want to make it your best year.
Yes, sir.
Any particular thing, pass blocking, protecting the quarterback, whatever?
Like I said before, just the weight room. I know I got stronger. I got a lot stronger than I was last year. Last year, I struggled with the bull rush, and that's something that Coach Hunter, my new offensive line coach, tackles coach, that was the main emphasis for me during the summer. So now I'm locked in on that. So just dealing with the bull rush.
It's all about anchoring that bull rush. Huh?
Get my pads lower, lower.
Yeah. Who's the best dancer in this team?
Dancer?
Yeah.
In the locker room, who's the guy that's always
everybody looks at this guy?
JPW?
Yeah, JPW for sure.
JPW
for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
How about the guy that thinks he might be the coolest guy on this Terrapin football team?
The coolest guy that
Eddie,
thinks?
Outside of yourself.
I'm going to say a Lou Bar.
That's your
For
guy.
sure.
That's your guy. Has there been a role model so far in your life?
Excuse me?
A role model, somebody you looked up to?
Oh, yeah, for sure. My mom, she's super strong. You know, she made a lot of sacrifices for me and my sister. Just coming here, leaving us back home, you know, for a good cause. Having to come here, work multiple jobs, send money back home. So I think she gets me going every day. Just thinking about her, you know, she's my why I do this every day. So my mom, I say my mom.
Really strong why.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Alan, great to see you.
Sir,
all the best on Saturday. This will be the first of many visits, I hope, to our show.
Oh, yeah, for
all
sure.
throughout the year. Go get them. I hope your senior year is outstanding.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You bet. We'll take a break. We'll come back, continue more Talking Terps from Grill Marks on Baltimore Avenue in College Park in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way? Yeah. It's actually kind of fun. Hey,
I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What I miss?
I have no idea.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Home, sweet Thompson Creek.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cakes, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
Back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FIR, FHFIR.com.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
You're listening to the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
At the 30, Ray will go all the way. Looking for one block. At the 5, in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now, back to Talking Terps with Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
If you're ready at showtime, grab some Testudo Premium Lager. That's the official craft beer of the Maryland Terrapins by Union Craft Brewing Company. SeatGeek is also the official ticket marketplace of the Terrapins, whether you're buying or selling football tickets. SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, so Terrapin fans can come out and enjoy themselves. We got a big blood drive going, Coach. Also, it's Abbott and the Big Ten are back this year with a We Give Blood drive. You can show up to donate blood to help your school, win $1 million for students or community health. You can score a limited edition Maryland Terps tee and save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott to get in the game. Another one of these guys that stayed home, didn't want to go away to college. He's going to come to Maryland. From Laurel, Maryland, up there at Pilati High School. And I'm speaking about linebacker Daniel Wingate, who comes in to start his junior year with the Terrapins. And I know the anticipation for you is like it was for Allen. You're ready to go.
Yes, sir. Ready to go. Just ready to get out there and put my name out there.
You know, what you going to prove on this year? What steps have you taken?
The steps I've taken is to become a better leader, to be somebody who is a role model within this program, and to be somebody that can still show what it is to be a leader out here and to uphold the standard.
And that's so ironic, Johnny, because Daniel is one of those young players. If I'm not mistaken, you've been on the leadership council since you've been here, right? And he was identified very early as one of those guys that had what I call leadership ability. And sometimes you have this misconception that leadership takes time, meaning you have to be here a certain amount of time, but we often define leadership as having a positive impact on others. And from the time Daniel got on campus here, he was a guy that was able to have a positive impact on others, and not just with how he plays, but, you know, how he carries himself and the way he goes about his business. Talk a little bit about what the things that you've seen us do and how they've helped you become a better leader.
The things that you guys have done is just been able to implement what it is to be a man, what it is to be a brother to others, like how it is to treat others, it's shown us ways on how we need to be as men outside of football.
Is it tough to be a leader?
It's got its days here and there, but
you're not always popular.
Yeah.
You got some teammates say, "Get out of my face, man."
Yeah, sometimes, but I mean, that's what you got to do when you're a leader. You got to take the criticism sometimes, and sometimes people won't like it. But at the end of the day, you're looking out for them. So,
Well, I think the bottom line this year, everybody's on the same page as far as what the goal is. The goal is to win every single game. Just don't talk about the non-conference. Win the conference games. Get yourself back to a bowl game. Make it now 4 of the last 5 years to get back in postseason play. And I think everybody seems to be on the same page. Hopefully,
yes, sir. We all are on the same page. We all want to win. Having the feeling last year wasn't a feeling that we enjoyed at all, and we know that's not something that we want to go through again. So we're ready to come out each game, week by week, to go out there and perform and win games.
Let's take you back to your recruiting process. It's always interesting. I call this quality controlling, where I have an opportunity. When you were recruited to Maryland, what were some of the things that led you to make the decision to come here?
Just the brotherhood of it all. With every recruiting visit, you're going to get to talk about it. But with Maryland, it was really the talk is the talk. Like, that's how it is around here. We all care for each other. We all take care of each other, and we all look out for each other. And it's something that really stuck with me because at the end of the day, that's what you need within a team, a family.
when you look at what you did last year, you were number 3 in total tackles with 50 last season. Now you got Trey Reddick to your left. You've also got a true freshman, Sidney Stewart, who's going to start at a linebacker spot. Talk a little bit about him. How he's impressed you.
Sidney Stewart is something different. He has a motor on him. You know, he's very mature. He's somebody that loves the game and wants to learn more when he plays the game. So it's going to be really exciting to play next to those two. But at the end of the day, they still have to play next to me too. So
no doubt.
We talk about blending with new players. You got a lot of 17 guys came in from the portal. You got a lot of veterans coming back from last year as well. And I think maybe it's overstated about how long it takes to blend together. It doesn't take that long, does it?
No, it doesn't take that long. You know, if you're able to hang around each other as brothers and be able to bond over things other than football, it doesn't take much longer to become a team for real.
It's about being intentional, right? Being intentional. We've done some exercises, Johnny, as we try to build a fast brotherhood. And Daniel's play, we took him out to Vegas with us. He was one of our leaders that went out to the Big Ten Media Day. Talk a little bit about the importance of developing that brotherhood and what it means.
The importance of it is everything, because without that brotherhood, you know, you don't have a locker room that will always be together with each other through the ups and downs. You know, it's something that we need to, you know, always be able to have no matter what, because we're going to face adversity. We're going to run into some roadblocks. And at the end of the day, if we're together as one, we can get through it no matter what.
Daniel, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, you were wearing that electric yellow suit in Las Vegas. When you get through with that, baby, even though you go 6'5" and you go 230 pounds, I could probably slip into one sleeve. That thing lit up the screen.
Yeah, no, I had to pop out for my grandma.
You got your own personal tailor with the NIL stuff going on?
Oh, God.
I wouldn't say a personal tailor, but yeah.
I mean, that was strong. That was really strong. All right, let me ask you a couple of questions. If you could have dinner with one person, just you and that person, who would that be?
One person, I would say Tom Brady.
Ooh, Tom Brady. Good.
The GOAT.
Any special pregame routine you go through before kickoff?
Yeah, I walk the field and I talk to my mother, and she prays with me, and we just have a nice little conversation before I go up to the tunnel and then really lock it all in.
What one word best describes your head football coach, Mike Locksmith?
One word.
Be careful now.
Depends on the day.
I would say energetic.
That's good. That's a nice political answer right there.
Smart man. That's why he's a great leader.
Daniel, thank you, buddy. All the best on Saturday against FAU. And
thank you.
We hope you have a great season.
Thank you so much.
Daniel Wingate with us. We'll come back in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Marylanders
From
have...
quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Sweet Thompson Creek.
Before we talk Abbott Big Ten blood drive ideas, let's get in the competitive spirit with the scavenger hunt. I worked all weekend on that.
Save lives and help win your school $1 million.
It's okay. It's in your nature.
There are a lot of myths out there about how the Maryland lottery works. Playing the lottery responsibly means knowing what's true and what's not. The facts are, all games have similar odds. You should never try to recover losses by taking more risks. And you shouldn't play the lottery when you're feeling stressed. But the biggest fact is, you should always play responsibly. Learn more facts and myths at mdlottery.com, and please play responsibly.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
Into Maryland Sports on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
You're listening to Talkin' Terps.
Going for the touchdown in the end zone, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Husky in the end zone for Maryland.
Now back to Johnny Holiday and Coach Mike Loxley.
And both of our guests tonight are game captains for Saturday afternoon, right, Coach?
Yeah, they are, along with Bryce McPherson, our punter. Those three, we picked game captains. And then at the end of the year, we allow our team to pick the permanent captains for the team for that year. So what a prestigious honor to be voted captain. Whereas, I've been places and been a part of teams where you name them at the beginning of the year. But I think as you go through adversity is when you start figuring out and finding who are the guys that will stand in that gap and have what we talked about with Daniel Wingate, that moral courage. And so we pick game captains throughout the season. And then at the end of the year, the team votes for their permanent team captains.
Also, you talked about Bryce as your punter. You got Sean O'Hare out of the portal from Richmond. This kid is incredible.
Man, he's been a great find for us out of Ireland.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he drinks a few pints.
A pint or two, yes.
But to have a kicker like that, I think, we a couple of years ago, we went to the portal and brought Chad Ryland in, and what a tremendous job Chad Ryland did for us. What a safety net to have a guy when you get inside the plus 35, you'll have opportunities to come away with points because he has a strong enough leg, very accurate, and almost kind of really fearless as a kicker. I mean, he likes that pressure on him.
Sean O'Hare was 12 for 12 at Richmond last year. His longest, he's got a leg, 50 yards.
Yeah, he was their long kicker. I take from a year ago when they had those long range field goals. He was the guy they turned to, and to be able to go into the portal and find a guy like Sean, and you pair him with Bryce McPherson, who a year ago we got from Notre Dame, and then you have the stalwart Ethan Goff, who's been a 4-year starter, long snapper. You never hear his name unless they screw up a snap or not. But this guy from a true freshman out of DeMatha to now a senior graduating, our specialist unit, I've been really pleased with that group this summer camp and the job that Andre Powell and Chile have done with our special teams. That's been an area that I've seen quite amount of improvement.
You've got two new coordinators. You got Pep Hamilton, who you've known for a lot of years, over 30 years coaching experience. You got Ted Monachino, who's a veteran of NFL and college. And two guys that really know what they're doing, have been successful wherever they've been.
Yeah, and I always throw Andre Powell in there because, I was fortunate that we were able to coming back here, and we were finally able to hire a full-time special teams coach. Over the last 4 or 5 seasons, it's been a position coach that has to run special teams, and to be able to hire a guy that can spend all of his time breaking down the special teams, which Andre Powell is one of the best in the country at it. But going and hiring Ted and Pep, I always talk about being intentional. When this landscape switched over and we had to, we used to be what I would call a developmental program where we'd have 3-4 years to develop young players, as we've shown we can do. But in this day and age of the landscape we're in, you don't have 3 or 4 years. And as you pay players, they become professionals, and then the expectations change. And so Pep and Ted have a background in the NFL where, they just found out who their teams are 2 days ago, and they have games next week. And so putting a team together, building it, being able to organize how you install for new players that are just getting in. As I said, our latest group came in Father's Day in June, and we're going to play a game 2.5 months later. And, to develop that chemistry while also being able to install in a way that these new players can go and play and not have to do a lot of thinking. Both those guys have experience of doing that.
You've won 15 straight. The Terps have won 15 straight non-conference home openers. The challenge for this one is you don't know too much about a team that's in transition. They got 55 new players. They went 3-9 last year, 1-7 in their conference.
Yeah, and that's a challenge that we all are facing, including, I'm sure, as they look at our roster, and 64% of our guys haven't suited up in the shell in a Terp uniform. But you find out pretty quickly you better focus on your team and what you need to do to win. And throughout the course of training camp, you build your packages to be able to handle everything. And it really tests the rules of your schemes to when you don't know. But the best thing I said to our team today was, when you don't really know what to expect, rely on your fundamentals: blocking, catching, running, throwing, and tackling. And that's what the game of football will always be about. And if we do that really well Saturday, we'll have what we want at the end of the game.
They do have an outstanding quarterback. This kid, Caden Veldkamp, transferred from Western Kentucky. And he set all kinds of records last year, had his best season as a quarterback, a big kid with a lot of experience.
Yeah, and it's the scheme, man. And you look at what they do scheme-wise. It's the Texas Tech air raid system where, it starts with that trigger. And this kid at Western Kentucky threw the ball around all over the yard, gets it out quick, has great arm talent, really accurate passer. The challenge for us is how quickly they get the ball out. We need to do a great job of, if we can't get to the quarterback, we got to get our hands up and try to get the ball up and tipped to where we have an opportunity to get some turnovers.
This kid had 25 touchdown passes last year, threw for over 3,000 yards. He's got a wide receiver who also came from Western Kentucky, Easton Messer. Had 753 yards. He had 4 touchdown catches last year.
Yeah, and that chemistry of having played with the guy, that obviously that's going to be a guy that we have to circle and know that the relationship they have. We've got to do a good job of negating how many opportunities we let those two have together.
The University of Maryland Medical System, the official medical team of the Terrapins, you and your family can expect the same level of exceptional care that our athletes receive. You can learn more at umms.org/better. University of Maryland Medical System, Maryland's healthcare champion. We'll come back with some final words from Coach Loxley in just a minute on the Maryland Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Terps fans.
All right, Terps, this year I want to see every Maryland student, alumni, and fan roll up their sleeves and give blood. Go to big10.org/Abbott and let's show the Big Ten what it means to fear the turtle.
This is tradition. This is goosebumps and turbulence. This is our belief and our spirit. This is family and your favorite lovable turtle. This is your collective spirit.
Down to the crab cake, baby. We here.
Your unrelenting pride.
Go Terps and nobody else.
This is Maryland football. This is Terpsville.
From quote to cleanup, we move fast. Call Thompson Creek and get new windows in 2 weeks, roofing in 3 days, siding in 1 week, and gutters in just 48 hours. We cut out the middleman to give you better prices and faster service, because your home improvement project shouldn't take months. Skip the wait. Call now and get a free quote. And right now it's our fall sale. Buy one window, get one 40% off, plus 20% off everything else. There's never been a better time to buy.
Hey, where's the beer guy? Bud Light here? You get a Bud Light? Bud Light? I'm here, Bud Light. Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light here? Bud Light where? Bud Light here? Oh, Bud Light there. I missed that because of you. You did not miss that play because of me. Tough to stop talking this way. Yeah. It's actually kind of fun.
Hey, I got your Bud Light.
Oh, nice. Never mind. Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light.
What I miss?
I have no idea.
It's back to school time. While the kids hit the books, make sure your home's ready as well with FH Fur. Whether it's cold in the morning or warm in the afternoon, don't get caught off guard this season. Get a cooling or heating inspection for just $49. That's right, only $49. Our team of expert technicians will make sure your home's HVAC system is in A+ shape.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Oh! Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concerts. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
At Planet Fitness, no two members are alike, but they all have one thing in common. They're all strong. That's right. We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
One more, everybody.
One more? I got 5 more.
Sports Radio Network.
This is Talking Terps with Coach Locks.
The shotgun gets the snap. Sets up the throw across the middle. Incomplete. And the Terrapins are going to win the game.
Now back to Johnny Holiday and Coach Loxley.
And it's time to go Toyota with legendary safety and reliability. Toyota, let's go places. Coach, over the summer we lost a true Maryland Terrapin. Graduated from Maryland, helped to coach the quarterbacks from his wheelchair. Tim Strike. He was with us for 22 years.
Yeah.
And we're going to honor Tim at the game this coming Saturday.
And a well-deserved honor for Tim Strachan and anybody that knows Tim's story. You know, we have one of our pillar words is relentless, and Tim was relentless. Never let the tragedy that he faced become an excuse for what he could and couldn't do. Nobody enjoyed life as much as Tim Strachan did, and surely going to be missed, man. Surely will be missed.
His wife will be there on Saturday. His parents will be there on Saturday, and the 3 children of Tim Strachan. And he will always be remembered. You look at this game on Saturday, let's go out there and play and start your 7th year as the head coach and go to 1-0 and have that wonderful exclusive post-game interview with you.
Yeah, that is the plan. And, you know, we're excited to have the opportunity to compete in the shell. Our players love playing here at home. With the new season, gives us new energy. We've got a youthful team that'll play with a lot of energy. And I'm really excited to unpack what we have and start this journey as we try to bounce back and get this program, as we bounce back and get this program back to where we all want it to be.
We got about 10 seconds. Starting quarterback will be?
Oh, man, I got to get sleep on it tonight. I'll let you know Saturday.
You gotta be kidding me.
I got to sleep on it tonight.
Thanks for joining us tonight from Grill Marks. Tom Marquito's been our technical director. For head coach Michael Loxley, I'm Johnny Holiday, and we'll talk to you Saturday from CQ Stadium. Good night.